Hello, everyone. Oh, why is that not on? Why is that not working? Hold on. Oh, a whole bunch of things are being weird. Okay, hold on. You're set to the right camera. Why do you not want to? Oh, there we go. This one I bet will do it. There we are. I have 2 versions of the software installed on my computer, and that makes there be issues sometimes when I open the wrong one, which is what I did today. So, oops. And this is signed out for some reason, so let me fix that. Oh, no, okay, that's it. Okay, weird. And let me check this quickly. Hello, Shelly. My technology, I opened the wrong app, so the camera didn't want to work. But I think we've got it now. There we go. Now all the cameras are happy. Okay. So I'm gonna keep the intro part short today. And we're just gonna get into things, but I have to move some things around on my desk real quick. So I'm gonna do that. And also, just as I was about to hit go live, like I actually was almost gonna go live slightly early, because I thought I had everything ready, and I was like, yeah, let's do this. And then clearly my camera turned off somewhere, or I wasn't paying attention and opened the wrong app somewhere along the way. But I realized I never set this up for you guys the way I said I was going to, and I never finished doing, like, I was gonna be able to like put on the screen the card sketches, and I never actually downloaded them or got them ready, so unfortunately I cannot do that. But it's okay. I'll show them to you before we do them. Also, I'll say this again at the end, because I'm sure that people are still like jumping in, because I've only been live for like 2 minutes and it takes people a little while to show up. So, but I'm gonna say it now so I don't forget, and then hopefully I'll remember to say it again at the end. I am fully sure that we are not gonna get halfway done with this tonight. 100% sure that's not happening. So I put on my calendar, in my planner, I put that I was going to plan to potentially have another live August 10th for a regularly scheduled August live, and possibly another one that Wednesday, August 12th. That could change depending on my dance schedule, because I still don't have that finalized yet, just kind of an idea of what it might be. But I'll know by then for sure what it'll be. So just throwing that out there. It's, again, watch Instagram, watch the YouTube channel for the actual like video to show up. And just watch for it. But I have a feeling it's gonna happen, because I think we're gonna need it, and I'm hoping I don't have to like move the September live to something else. I forgot to turn all my phones on Do Not Disturb, so I don't want to touch them though, because I don't want to mess anything up. So since it's been misbehaving, so I'm sorry if any notifications go off. But I'm planning on that. I don't know for sure. We're gonna need it though. I really want to keep September the live I have planned, but I'm gonna flip this to the overhead and we can do things while I chat, because there's no point of me just sitting here and chatting. So I think it's gonna happen. I don't know. We'll see. But off camera, while you were away, I went and I followed those other directions to cut all of the extra layers of things, and we're gonna start building things today. I have off camera here a whole pile of stamps and die sets that I pulled out. We are obviously not going to use all of these because that would be kind of obnoxious. I shouldn't say that. We might use them all. We are making 15 cards by the end of this live series. But they are all here. They're different autumn themes, different Thanksgiving themed things. I did maybe actually purchase a die set for this extravaganza, which is in that pile. And so we have all that to work with. I have not looked at any of these sketches ahead of time. Or I shouldn't say that. I've obviously looked at them because they're on the paper and I've been looking at the paper. But I have not, like studied any of them, come up with any ideas of what we're going to do, anything like that. None of that has happened. Why do I feel like I'm missing pieces? I might be, because I usually do. I should warn you all that I do usually lose pieces in this process. Or pieces end up in the wrong bags. Because I'm already looking at this one and going, I'm thinking I'm missing something, but at the same time, I think I'm okay with it being missing. But yeah, so that's it. So I have no plans. I have no overall plan of how any of these are going to come together. So we're just going to start building them and we're just going to see what happens. Like I said, I may discover I'm missing pieces because that happens almost every time. And then what usually ends up happening is I find them in a different bag and I'm like, oh, that's where that went. After I've already finished the card sketch. And also, I just wanted to say I have off camera here. I do have a ton of extra pattern paper and cardstock over here in case I want to add anything or we're going to die cut anything. And then I also have this is one of my favorite things I've ever got in a Crop and Create box. But I have these, which is extra little bits that were left over from the cutting the layers, that they were like, you can use them as sentiment strips and little embellishment things. And I was like, that's smart, because I am not one. This is the most you'll ever see me use scraps. If you know me, you know that I am not someone who uses her scraps. I cut my cardstock and it goes straight to the garbage 99% of the time, because I don't like to keep scraps around. I just don't use them, and so they just get in the way of things. The other thing you can't see that I have off camera, that is where I wander off to, is my drawer of card bases. I have a drawer in my desk that is literally all filled with pre-folded card bases. This screen does not look that color, but that's okay. It looks very different on camera than it does in real life. But that happens with cameras. They tend to make things different colors. But I have a whole thing of them over there. So we also have way more than the 15 pre-folded card bases that we need. They're just chilling in my drawer, but it lets me do things like this because I have all different colors in there. So I can do something fun like this, and I can pull out a fun color. Alright, so this piece is going to go here on this one. And then this piece, like so. I think that's maybe not a perfect square as much as I think it's a perfect square, so this may actually matter. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of see what I'm working with here. And if I want to add this missing piece that I don't know where it is. I don't think I do, because I think I already have... I'm just laying everything out right now because I'm just trying to catch a vibe for what's going on here and what I might want to do. Shelly said scraps are like bunnies, they multiply and you can't get them under control, and I agree with that. I've gotten better. I'm keeping more than I used to, because I think we're going to use this one for this, I think. Do you guys think, get some opinions here. Does this need a leaf on it? I'm going to put a grading down here. I don't know what yet. Maybe something out of this is an old, very, very old Gina K Designs die set, but I kind of feel like I want to put a big leaf in the middle of it. And then I might use one of the greetings out of here too, just to make life easier. I'm going to look at the greetings that are in here. But yes, scraps do that. They multiply. And that's part of why I don't keep them, because I can't ever get a handle on them. Although with my new cardstock storage, I'm starting to be able to get a handle on them a little bit better. Like, because I'm going Thanksgiving theme here, right? So I kind of could, I'm thinking thankful for you, maybe, on that. And then this big maple leaf in the middle. Just to add something, because these two colors are so similar. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's the plan. So I'm going to start this way. How is this done? This one comes off here, and then these strips get glued onto this triangle. So that's what we're going to, or this triangle. That's not a triangle, that's a square, but I think it's actually a rectangle. No, it is a square. Because it is the same on all four sides. So it is a square. Also, later when I'm whining because I have glue all over my table, because I don't want to put down an extra piece of paper while I do all this gluing. Oh well. Okay. See, Shelly says we should do the maple leaf too. That counts, right? At least. But I think that one's gonna be the best. It just needed something. It wasn't gonna vibe with just the pattern paper stripies. It needed something else. And I am still debating cutting the other missing piece that I have. I was just thinking big leaf, and I'm sure I have more big leaves in here, but the other one I was looking at is skeleton leaves, and I don't have the die set for that yet. It is on my list. Oh, speaking of that, who watched the Gina K release last night and who went shopping? Not me. I behaved myself. I didn't buy anything. There are things that I want, though, but I have not purchased them yet. I have been in the middle of a big craft room sort of reorganization situation, which isn't really real. I mean, it was just time for me to tackle something like that. I'm also not measuring this at all. I'm just eyeballing it and seeing where everything lands. So my little stripes are probably not going to be even. But I did not purchase anything yet. And there are some things I want. I want the dinosaur stamp set because I have someone that very much likes dinosaurs, and these are my yucky scissors. And I would like to get that set for her, but I have not purchased anything yet. I am also in the middle of a very big kind of craft room reorganization situation currently. I did a ton of destashing this weekend. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I did a big old Copic marker refill maintenance day. Actually, I did that yesterday while I watched Gina's live. And, well, actually, no, that's not true. I did some of it over the weekend, and then I finished it while I watched Gina's live yesterday, because I had to order a couple of refills, and they showed up yesterday, which was great timing. And then, but I, went through all my stamps this weekend, which was slightly helpful, because I was able to dig out everything I thought I could maybe want for, and I shouldn't say all my stamps. I went through the stamps that are already, put away, and I destashed a whole bunch. I have a giant stamp and storage box over there from the paper holders I got last year, and it is almost full. I actually have to try to pick it up because I'm a little concerned that I will not be able to do that myself, so I need to pick that up and make sure that I can still carry it so I can eventually take it somewhere. Before I keep adding stuff to it, but I destashed a bunch of dies, I destashed a bunch of stamp sets, I destashed some papers and things. I still have much more to go through. I still have so many things just to inventory and process in to my stash that's new. So I'm trying to behave myself and not go too hard on the shopping, but I also am in this process realizing I'm starting to run out of storage pockets and magnets, so I think I'm going to have to get more. So I was like, I should wait to buy the things until I know if I need more magnets and storage pockets, because I should just buy them all at the same time. So okay, another question now that I'm thinking things through here. I think I'm going to use this thankful as the greeting. And I think I'm going to do like, I'm so thankful for you, I think is what I'm going to do. Do I die cut the thankful or do I just stamp it? Part of me wants to just stamp it, but I haven't decided yet. I'm going to die cut the leaf, obviously. I'm not going to die cut or like stamp the leaf directly on here. We're going to stamp and die cut the leaf next, I think. And then I have to decide what I want to do with the greeting. So, where's my scrap paper? Here it is. I don't want to use this giant scrap, though. But yeah, so I have to do that. But this was my other question, my other shopping question I had as I was getting ready to go live today. Because I was working on organizing some stuff and putting some stuff away and loading it into Mustache and all that fun stuff. And I was getting these little tiny magnets. I shouldn't say tiny, but they're like, they fit with like the smaller stamp sets. So like, I'm going to use Gina as an example because obviously I have like a ton of her stuff. But she has a little like 4x4 like incentive set size stamp sets. And I have like the small storage pockets that go with those. And Simon's Stamp sells, well, it's not their brand. I looked it up before I went live. It's Memory Box. And they have the small size ones like that. And they're not, almost knocked my fuse off the table there. They're not the best magnets per se, but they do what I need them to do, right? Like, I just need them to kind of keep things organized inside of their, so you can tell the stamp set is old. I don't have the cover sheet for it anymore. But I just need them to like, keep them slightly organized inside of the, oh, what color am I doing? Inside of the pocket. I keep getting distracted. And I think we're going to do this. Well, okay, the cardstock color is Fresh Asparagus. That's the card-based color and the color that's in this pattern paper here. Like, that's the same green. So, do I want to roll with that and do my usual Fresh Asparagus and grass green, or do I want to be different? And I was thinking at first glance, dark spruce and medium spruce. At first glance at my greens over here. I have gotten as a birthday treat to myself, I got the, wait, does Tailored Expressions have some? Okay, I'm going to look into that. Sorry, Shelly just said that she gets her small magnets from Tailored Expressions, and I didn't even know that was an option, so I'm going to look into that. I think I'm going to do this. I think we're going to go easy and do the Fresh Asparagus. Where is my other thing? See, does anyone else have this problem too, where you reorganize your craft room and then you cannot find anything? I lost 2 die sets. Okay, I'm gonna look into those. I was cleaning and I was trying to put things away before the live, and I totally lost 2 die sets in my cleaning adventures. I don't know where they went. They're here somewhere. I know they are. I should write that down for myself so I don't forget to look into that. But you can always remind me later that I want to do that, to look into those magnets. I would like to do that, because then I was debating, like, when I was looking at them to potentially order them from Simon, I was like, do I wait for Stamptember? But now I'm intrigued by these Tailored Expressions ones, and I need to go look into that. This is why we ask our friends questions about craft things, because sometimes they know things that we don't know. Let's see. I just did this backwards, didn't I? Well, let's see what happens. I was supposed to do this the other way. I was supposed to do grass green first. But just for kicks and giggles, let's just see what happens. This happens to me when I'm crafting all the time, where I like in the middle of something and I get distracted, and then I do it backwards, and then sometimes I fix it. Sometimes I just go, man, let's just see what happens. That's apparently the mood I'm in tonight. Let's just see what happens. Okay. I need this now. I have just baby wipes today because my tidy towel is not currently wet because I've been lazy and haven't done that. So, I also need to wash them. They're getting nasty. But the baby wipes are for my lazy days when I don't want to get the tidy towel, walk to the kitchen and deal with that. Okay, now we have to put the detail on our leaf. We're going to see how this turns out. And this is the other bad thing about this set, is I have used red on it, so getting it lined up is not easy as it used to be. But we'll see how it goes. I did that like the very first time I used this set. I was like, let's use red and purple and orange, which, you know, kind of tends to stain things. And I did you can find the video. It exists on my channel. It's very, very, very old because it's from when this first came out. So probably like 2017, maybe 2016. I don't think it would have been 2016. I think it would have been 2017 or 2018. Probably 2017. That feels right to my brain. But yeah, I did I was going for like a Pocahontas inspired color scheme, like the leaves from Pocahontas, and I don't know, I think it kind of worked. But that was a long time ago. Do you ever look back, for those of you who like keep track of your card making days, do you ever look back at your stuff and you're like, wow, and just feel kind of like, wow, about it? Because I do that. Sometimes I go back to like my old videos. Like I used to film all my videos from the side, like this direction, because of how I was filming in my bedroom, and that was the kind of space I had, and I didn't have any way to do an actual like overhead camera. Or I'll even go dig up my old, actually I don't hate that. It doesn't show up great because I use the colors backwards, but it's kind of subtle and you probably can't see it at all. I cringe at my old cards. Yes, it's exactly it. So last year, I don't remember if you guys remember, well, this year still technically because it's 2026, but in the spring, I technically officially celebrated 10 years of some iteration of being on card making, paper crafting, social media. We'll say that. Because back then I was My Crafty Place Sam. And then I rebranded in 2016 to Sam's Crafty Castle. So if you go digging hard enough on the internet, I have not taken that blog down. It still exists. So if you Google that, My Crafty Place Sam, you can find my original blog. Or you can also still find the Sam's Crafty Castle blog. Like that still exists as well. And I did import like all of the old blog posts on there. But last winter, when the like 10-year anniversary was coming up, I was kind of going back through it. And I was just like, some of those cards, I was just like, ooh, man, okay. It's one of those things where I don't always know if like in the moment you can recognize like the progress of what you're doing, and you don't realize that you're learning things and getting better and all that kind of stuff. But then you like go back and look at what you used to do and you're just like, oh. Because some of those, yeah, they weren't great. Yeah, okay, see, that was great. I want to see if you can kind of see it. I'm going to hold this up and see if you can see it any better. But like, I actually like it even though I did it backwards. Ugh, no, the lighting is just yucky if I get too close. But yeah, you can see it. You can kind of see like the little veining. It's just super subtle because I did it backwards, but I like it. Okay, let's get this off of here. Also kind of wondering where I found... Oh, you know what? I know what's happening. Again, craft room moving, reorganization things. I'm like, why is this thing so sticky? Like, it's not... Mine was pretty worn out, and I lost this thing a long time ago. But I just realized that I forgot that I moved most of my primary Misties into a new home. So I actually grabbed this where they used to live, which is where my backup Misties live. So we're going to use the backup Misty today, I guess. But that's okay. Okay, I have to make a decision about this greeting now. So if I'm going to stamp it, I got to do it now. Or if I'm going to die cut it. Maybe I'll just do both. I can just use it later, right? If I change my mind. Oh, I put the thingy back on. Alright, I'm just going to stamp this now, and then I'll just have one. And then if I want to use it later, I can use it later. Oh, I forgot this ink cube is new. I don't know if it's going to open for me. I might grab the ink pad. Oh, it worked. Yeah, see, okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. Advice has been to die cut it, and I think that's the right move. That feels like the right move to me. I just wasn't sold on it, but I do think that is the right move. Ugh. And we can die cut them both at the same time if I use my big intercut, so that'll make that easier. I need to put these away. I think I started this story earlier and then just stamped it for you. Yeah. That's what I was sort of in my head envisioning, I think. So I started the story and I don't think I finished it, so I'm going to finish it. I got the Stamp and Storage ink carousel as my birthday present to myself. And I've like loaded it all up and everything, and I have all of the Gina K Designs ink cubes. I'm working slowly to get all of the ink pads very slowly. I also feel like I lost one of those because I could have swore I had a craft one and I don't know where it is. So my craft room has become a place where things go to get lost, apparently, which hence the massive organization project I'm trying to do right now. But I am, oh no, but I have to put things away like as soon as I use them because these things aren't labeled, so the ones that I don't have ink pads for, I don't know what spot they go in. So I have them in rainbow order, not like in alphabetical order or anything, so I'm trying to be better about remembering to put them away right away, so that they don't get lost. The ones that I have the ink pads for, I can kind of tell, because I very rarely have both the ink pad and the ink cube out at the same time. I usually just have one or the other, so I can kind of guess, figure it out, even though all my ink pads aren't labeled the correct direction because my other storage had them the other way. So now I have to relabel them all on the sides instead of the front. So that's another project we're working on. And I need more labels to be able to do that because I've used them all. So like that's another thing that's on my Gina K shopping list. So we're getting there though. I haven't like massively reorganized my craft room in a while. Like I've cleaned it and tidied it and done all that kind of stuff, but I haven't like really like massively reorganized anything in quite a while. So destashed a few things over time, but it was time to really, really clean everything up. So that's been a project. Okay, put this away. and get, oh, where's my, there it is. My washi tape I have so much washi tape because I found this place that does this, my hand away, that does this Disney washi tape, these Mickey Mouse washi tapes. And when I first found them, I went a little crazy and got every color they had. And I don't use washi tape enough to really justify the amount of washi tape that I bought. But it works. It's all good. And now I just use it for die cutting to hold things down. I probably actually already have some of that on my intercut, but that's still on the floor. So we will get that later. And since this is the fresh stuff, I gotta unstickify it just a bit. This washi tape's not super sticky, so I don't usually have too much of an issue with it, but do the line it up situation, which is always I'm always not the best at that, but it always is okay enough. Cut this leaf out. Alright, intercut time. Oh, plates would be good, which I also moved, so now I have to go to the new spot for those. Okay. Let me get this to stick a little bit better. This one, see, I de-stickified it too much. I think it doesn't want to stick at all anymore. Maybe I'll grab another one off the top here to help it out. Yikes, okay. Like I said, these ones aren't super sticky, so I may have de-stickified it a little too much. Let's see if this one will help me out at all. I think so. Okay. The leaf was okay. It just flopped over too. Alright. Clearly I need 2 of these for this. Okay. Now we flip. I could have done it the other way too and not even dealt with flipping it over, but I didn't do that today. It's always just vibes on which direction I'm gonna go. Okay. This one. Looks okay from the back. Cut all the way through at least. Okay, I'll take that. Look at me being a good example today and putting my stuff away as I'm using it. I don't usually do that. I usually just throw it all over the place. And then get annoyed when I have to clean it up later. So I will probably be far less annoyed with myself tonight. Oh yeah, see this tonight I didn't get quite as good, but it's okay. Put this back in here, and then I'm gonna put this one off to the side since we used it, and we'll see if we want to use it again. And then we'll finish this. Oh wait, I still needed that stamp set, didn't I? I should probably, before I put this together, do this part, because I will just make it more difficult for myself, make it harder for myself if I don't do this first. Where is mine? This is how I like to line these things up. So if I have something that I die cut like this, and I want to like place it on the card to like figure out placement of other things, I have this removable adhesive runner, and I just use that to kind of stick it down first so I can kind of gauge what I'm dealing with here. I could do that with this square too, but I don't think I need that to stay there while I'm stamping. I just need that to place the thankful, and then I can do everything else. Hold on, I need to sit a little closer. Alright, I think I want that to go there. And then I'll put I'm so in first, just because that does kind of need the square so that I can see where I'm going. And I'm gonna tug that. I'm so kind of right in between the two, well, the H and the K. I was gonna say the two H's, but it's not. It's an H and a K. Although people always tell me when I write words that my H's and K's look the same, which honestly they're not incorrect. They do. But I was a teacher for a little while in a past life, and I taught 5th grade for a little bit, and my 5th graders would always tease me because there was a boy in our class who had a K in his name, and they would always tease me about, they'd be like, that's not how you spell his name. And I'll be like, what? And they'd be like, that's an H, not a K. And I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I know my letters look weird. Because 5th graders are just like that. No, I don't like that. I'm gonna put this over here. It's a little close to the bottom, but I think it'll be okay. Oh, where is it? Right here. I am concerned about this ink that I have on the outside, so we're going to wipe that off. That's just making me a little nervous today. I also just... It's slightly crooked now that the ink's on it, but that's okay. Why am I doing that when I have this? Not that these really need that, but... Ugh, more ink. But that's because I wiped some of it off, I think. I don't think I was careful. I feel like I should have put the I'm so down lower, but I think it'll be okay. There's always things whenever you make a card, you look at it and you're like, oh, I should have done it just slightly differently. But usually it doesn't. It's really okay. I'm a big fan of the mentality that it's just paper. And I know some people are very like, and I get it. I was just working on this a little bit before the live too. Because I can't, I've been bouncing around between tasks like crazy in the craft room the last like week or so. But I was trying to figure out, I wanted to see for sure, because I hadn't done it yet, if I was going to have enough cards for Thanksgiving just doing these 15. And I do. I only need 12. So 15 will even give me a few extras to start for next year. But I mean, people talk about people who are like, you'll hear people say that some people are card worthy. And for me, everyone's card worthy. Just some people might get a card that's a little more complicated than others, or might get them more often than others. And that's the only thing for me. But I'm not the type of person to be super like upset if people look at it, think it's cute, and then throw it out. That's okay with me. It's way more about, I am going to do that. So Shelly said I could raise the thankful die to fix it a little bit, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put them, that was the plan all along, was to put it up on foam squares. Otherwise, I probably would have just permanently stuck it down right from the start, but that's exactly what I'm going to do. I love being on the same wavelength as people. I'm going to pop this up too. But I'm not that kind of person who gets super upset if they throw my cards away. I get it. You might just not, more generally for me, most people just get more cards than others, or you know, some people just get sent more cards than others. But it's just paper. That's what we're getting at. It's just paper, and most people just need to yeah. I forgot where I was going with that. I got distracted. But I see a comment. Somebody noticed my party animal jersey. I'm a big old Banana Ball fan. We are going to do a Banana Ball series next year. I think in February or March when the season kicks back off. I was trying to make it happen for the Banana Bowl in October. I was going to do something, but I don't think it's going to happen because I need to do Christmas stuff at that point. So, but we're going to do, like I said, next spring, we're going to do something. It is what I like to call Banana Ball Week because I am actually going to a game this weekend. So, I'm not going to tell you which one, but I am going to one of them this weekend. And so, I bust out all my Banana Ball gear and wear it to work all week. And we're going to do some Banana Ball inspired cards next year, though, for sure. Like I said, I'm aiming for February, March, but we'll see what happens. I have plans. The Party Animals one is actually going to be inspired by this jersey because I got super inspired by it when I put it on this morning, actually. So, it is going to be inspired by this jersey. And I have plans, and it should be fun. And we'll see. Right now, it's a 6-video series. We will see if that changes because it could. We could all of a sudden end up with more teams and then I have to do more videos, which is not really a problem, but we are going to do that. I'm actually looking forward to it a lot. I've already been scheming of ideas to do. This craft room, like, clean out, I don't know if anyone else is like that with their craft rooms where you, decide where you like start cleaning it out and then all of a sudden you find all of these cool things and you're like, oh, I want to do something with that. That's what's been happening to me over the weekend. So I've been coming up with lots of cool ideas for things. Not the Christmas card ideas I'm really supposed to be coming up with, but I also haven't gone through my Christmas stuff yet. So maybe once I do that, I will have some more Christmas ideas and we'll get on that. Because when I counted the Thanksgiving cards I needed, I also counted the Christmas cards I needed, and I need like 20 of those. So I'm like, oh, I gotta start working on that. I have started working on Christmas presents, though. I am very proud of myself for that. I don't know if anyone else is at that point in the year yet where they've realized that Christmas is then they say that Christmas is very, very close. If you've had that realization yet, because I know I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. I want little tiny foam squares, and I know I have some. I just need to find them. Here they are. I was talking to my friend the other day, and we were I mentioned that I was like, oh yeah, I started Christmas presents because I have a bunch that I'm making. And she was like, I don't think I realized how close Christmas actually was till you just said that. And yeah, it's almost Christmas time. And so if you are like me and are making any presents, you should probably start them, because I'm making three for sure. I'd like to make 2 other ones. So I'm trying to do the 3 that I know I'm making for sure. I can't say who they're for or what they're for because I happen to know that people are watching. But, well, it's not really for the people who are watching, but still, trying to keep it a surprise if I can. So yeah, so I've started working on that. I'm almost halfway done with the first one. The second one, though, the second one is a lot. The second one, it has 35 pieces that I have to make. I think. No. Yes. If I make the whole thing. I might not make the whole thing. But I'm hoping it won't be too hard to do. It's just a lot of pieces, not very hard to do though. But yes, it is that time. So consider this your reminder that if you have not started planning your crafty gifts or your Christmas cards for that matter, you don't have to start them yet. You're not really in like danger zone for like not getting them done and made, but if you haven't started thinking about that, it's probably time. Yes, it has 35 pieces in it. I could text you later because I know the person who asked that and tell you, but you could know about that one. But it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see if I can pull it off, and it's probably a little ambitious, but it is gonna be 35 things. But Christmas release is not until September. That is very true. A lot of them are in August, because I think Lawn Fawns is coming up, isn't it? And Shelly, I know, is not necessarily a big Lawn Fawn person, but also like, I guess at this point, do what I did. Like, as far as I am on my Christmas cards right now, is that I have made a list of who needs them or who I want to send them to. That's as far as I am. That is as far as I have gotten on my Christmas card process. And then I am personally on a Christmas card, Christmas product buying ban from this year, because I have piles and piles of holiday stuff that I haven't used yet. So I am trying very hard to not buy any new. Okay, see, you have your list. That's all. That's where we need to be right now. That I think is the appropriate thing. Maybe like thinking about colors you want to use or like that kind of thing. But I am also at I have my list, and that's as far as I am. And it's just in my brain that I need to be working on them or need to start working on them. But like I said, have to make other gifts as well. So I have to be smart about the whole process. But yeah, like I said, I'm using stuff that I have this year already is the plan as far as making my Christmas cards go. I also have this. I have this YouTube channel, which sometimes helps. It forces me to really like work on things. Really all my cards, I say that, like, people always ask about like how I make so many cards, and I'm like, I have a YouTube channel. I have to make at least 1 card a week. And I'm granted I skip weeks and I take breaks and stuff like that. Like, I'll take a break in December, which should hopefully help with finishing some of those Christmas presents when I'm like totally done filming for November. But like, I am caught up on videos right now. So I mean, if I have to sneak in another live, maybe I'll sneak in another like couple Monday lives. I don't like where I put that. I'm gonna see if I can get this up. And like, we can do more things that way, but I do have to make a lot of cards from doing YouTube. So that's where a lot of my cards come from. I really need to work on anniversary cards because I'm trying to get really better about sending people anniversary cards, and I don't know why. It doesn't really matter. Do they really care that I remember? Probably not, but like, I'm trying to be better about it. I got through February this year, which is one anniversary in my life. So, I mean, but I think I have 2 more anniversaries. I think I have 2 cards already in my stash for next year, which will get me through February and March, which is great. But I do have, that's when I really want to, like, work on building my stash up of this year. And then I have a list of birthdays and anniversaries and all of that kind of stuff, that I use. This is still, now I went too high, but that's okay. But there we go. First card done. First card of 15. Alright. Let's see if we can do one more. And then we'll call it for today. Because we're almost at an hour, but I'm willing to push it a little bit more. And let's see. See, I don't have a thing for this any object situation. Okay, I like this concept that I have here. No, oh, no, I know. Okay, hold on. I have to find that. I know I pulled that stamp set out. Where is it? I have an idea. I have an idea if I can find the stamp set. Where is it? There it is. I see it. And I have the die. Okay. So, this one, we have all these little stripies that overlap. And then for this any object part, we are going to use this stamp. It says Happy Thanksgiving, friend, and it has a coordinating die, and it's going to be like one and done, really easy. Okay. What colors do I have here? I have that green again. I have this brown, which I think is dark chocolate. Sandy B. Oh, I've got a weird combination of colors here. All right. Okay. I am once again missing pieces again, though. For sure. So let's see what piece I need to fix. I'm missing a lot of pieces. What the heck? I must have organized some of these really oh, wait, no. No, never mind. I'm okay. Oh, no, I am missing pieces. That's okay. I do have to fix this piece, though. Let's see. Which one are you supposed to be, and why is there only one of you? Well, we're going to use you, I think, to fix them. This extra piece I have here. But it should be close enough to the same for me to fix it. Okay, let's figure out what piece this is. So much for easy peasy, right? I thought this one was going to come together real easy, but instead I am missing a bunch of pieces. You are this very long piece back here. So I need to cut. Well, I don't want to use that one. I'll use this. Oh, goodness. Okay. Clearly, I need to go back through these and see where all of my missing pieces went and figure out what's going on here. Okay, so that one is that one. So you are going to be this one. 1, 2, 3. And then I kind of want to do. Are you long enough for this? I'm probably going to have to cut another one, but at least if you're long enough, then I can just cut another one really quick. Because I should have some extras, more extras over here somewhere. You are not going to be, no. You would have been too, but. That was not, well, it's going to get chopped off anyways. Okay. I didn't cut this very straight, but it's going to get chopped off. Okay. So we're just going to do, we have a very similar, I think I did. We have a very similar layout to the last one on this one. Nope, because I don't want right up against the edge there. There's that. Then one of these should be slightly longer than the other one. Although theoretically they're not supposed to be, but I think it'll be okay. Come here. Let's do these ones first. I don't like it. Let's go like so. That angle and this angle. This is always the fun part where I get to play with what angles I want everything at. Might go this way. Since I have one that's slightly longer for some reason. It's probably because it belongs in a different thing, and I'm gonna figure that out later and be like, oh, oops. Okay, there we go. Ish. It'll come together as we lay it down. I'm gonna do this part first. And now this way. So, alright, now we cut these off. And I should have, I hope, maybe I need to grab some. And what we want to stamp that little banner on an ivory piece of cardstock, because we have a lot of ivory going on in this one. So I think I might need to grab one though. I thought I had some extras out, but I don't see any. Maybe I have some up here. I don't think I do. I think I only have white, black, and craft in here. I do. Okay. You're probably looking at that. There is ivory in there technically, but it's not like good cardstock. I use it for the insides of cards when I need to, because they're too dark to write on. Okay, actually, now that that's all like sliced up, I really like that. I was not quite vibing with it at first, but now that it's all sliced up, I really like it. Okay. Alright, I don't have in my scrap pile here. No. Wait, what's this? Nope, that's scrap. That's... No. That was Sandy Beach. I thought maybe at first glance, but upon further inspection, I was like, nope, don't like it. Okay. I'm going to cut this on the big cutter over here. Maybe. There we go. Because I just want a chunk. I have no idea what I even cut this at. I just randomly sliced. Okay. And then we need Misty again. Stamp set. I keep using all these super old Gina K Design stamp sets that are all retired, but they're all ones I like so much, I just kind of refuse to get rid of them. And we're going to do this in, where are they? There they are. Dark chocolate. Okay. And we're going to do this. I have been like trying to branch out a little bit on my stamping in oh, look at how pretty that came out on the first try. Love that. I have been trying to branch out with what colors I'm stamping in, because I have the entire Gina K Designs ink line. And I feel like I also have the entire Distress ink line, and I feel like I just don't ever really branch out like with what colors I use. So I'm trying to do that a little bit more. Okay, Okay, I haven't moved it yet. I can still do that. And it's all right here. Okay, and I might have got rid of it. But eons ago, Gina had dark chocolate embossing powder. And I may have purchased some eons ago when it was available. Nope, that's not it. Let me see if I have it. Shelly suggested that we emboss, and I said that doesn't actually sound like a horrible idea. And we can use all of this embossing powder that I have that I don't ever use. Okay, so we have choices. I do not have the dark chocolate one. I might have gotten rid of that. So we can do what Shelly suggested, and we can do clear, which I'm just trying to use up that clear, so that's why that's coming out. Because I have a million. What else do I have? That might be fun. I have this glitter copper one. I don't think I want that one. I don't think that's the best. I have this, which is not Gina K Designs. This company is also no longer in business, but it is very close to dark chocolate color if we wanted to do that. Or I thought there was one other one I saw that I thought might be fun. I do have this one. I don't think I want to use it. I'm leaning towards clear right now. I'm leaning towards Shelly's original idea of the clear situation. I think, I have this. I should use this one up, actually. No, I should use this one up because that one's older. I think I'm going to do the clear. I think decisions have been made. I like this brown color, but I think the clear is the way to go. Alright. I need to get... No, I'm going to use this. Okay. I need this though. Okay, I have to plug my heat tool in too, because I wasn't planning on this today. I must crawl under the desk to plug the heat tool in, so give me one moment. Okay, it just plugged in. That was such a good idea. This is the fun part of lives, is you guys can give me ideas. And then things go all crazy. Where is my embossing ink now? Right here. We have to... Ew, this is starting to get yucky. Alright, that's okay though. Anti-static powder right now, because I didn't do that. This is why lives are fun. I like going off the rails a little bit. I mean, I do that in the recorded videos too, but it's always my own idea. It's never like someone else is like, hey, look at this cool thing. Here's a cool idea. Actually, no, I'm gonna do it with the big one. This is a big stamp. It doesn't need the cube. It needs the big. Although this breaks on me all the time, so this might pop out, but hopefully it won't. Okay. And then this is also one of those things, like my brain just never goes, let's heat emboss things, and it just never occurs to my brain to do. And then after a while, I'm always like, oh yeah, I should do that. Because it really does make things look cool. I am also not delicate with my embossing powder. We just dump the entire container on. And then I will shake it a little bit just to cover everything. And then like this spot right here I don't have covered, so that's the direction I'm going to dump it off in. so that it kind of gets coated on its way down. Shelly, this was so smart. Will I spill the embossing powder? That is also always the question, because I usually do. I usually make a mess. But I did not make a... Oh, I did make a little mess. But that's okay. We get to use the... my fun little vacuum then. Okay. Let this heat up for a second. And then we will... Probably very loud. I'm sorry. I do not know if my software puts this out or not. I have not done heat embossing on a live yet. I love it so much. See, this is what happens. I heat emboss one thing, and then now I'm like, let's heat emboss everything. I don't have anything else to heat emboss right now, but now I want to do it on everything. But I have cleaning things to do, and then I have Halloween cards to make. Although I wonder if I could... You gave me an idea. I'm going to have to try out camera or something else. Oh yeah, let's line this bad boy up. Hopefully I heat emboss that long enough. I really was kind of rushing a little bit there. Fun fact, very many long times ago, I hated heat embossing. It was my least favorite thing to do. I've gotten much more practice and much better at it, but there was a time where that was I did not like. And I think that's why I forget about it sometimes, because it was not necessarily a massive part of my early card making days. Now I have made a mess. I've not put things away this time because I got excited. See, that is true. Heat embossing is usually the gateway for most people. That is... Even most people I introduce to card making, this is the thing that they get into. I just didn't do it for me at the beginning. And I shouldn't say that. I should not say that. I did think it was very cool. This is also the part where I have to preface this and say I started card making when I was 12. What I could do unassisted at 12 is very different than what I can do now. And obviously 12-year-olds and heat tools can be a little dicey. So, but my mom obviously was doing it with me, and she also thought heat embossing was cool. And I remember us buying all of the stuff from Stampin' Up, and because we went to a Stampin' Up party like so many card makers and how we got started. And I remember doing heat embossing with her, but I also remember her being very confused because she thought heat embossing and like the fluffy flock stuff was the same stuff. So she was really into like the fluffy flocking, and she bought all the heat embossing stuff, and I remember trying to explain to her the difference. But this needs to be popped up though, for sure. And I have to get more foam squares, guys. Remember a couple months ago when I was freaking out that I thought I had 1,000,000 foam squares, and then we figured out that it was really actually not as bad as I thought it was? I am almost out now. So I actually have to order more of these too. But I just, it never worked well for me at the beginning, which again, now I kind of blame on the fact that I was 12. And just didn't have the patience for it, or like the detail, you know, the ability to like really do the detail for it. We also have Misties now, which probably helps a lot. But yeah. We didn't vibe at first. Now we're much better. And I don't even think we had anti-static tools at that time. So like you were getting extras everywhere, all the time. Or at least they weren't, I mean, I'm sure we had them, but they weren't like mainstream. And for the casual level of going to a Stampin' Up! Party once, maybe twice a year that my mom and I were at that point in time, it was just too much for 12-year-old me. Then I got older and tried again when I was probably in my 20s. Because I kind of fell out of card making for a while as a teenager, like at least super intensely. Sure, you know, did the teenager thing, tried a couple other things, and got into other things, and school got crazy and whatever, and I stepped away for a while, and then in college found my way back once YouTube kind of became a thing. And and as an adult there were a lot more things I could do that I couldn't do at 12. But yes, the Misty was what got my mom back into stamping. Because she fell off of it too. And mostly and once I got my first Misty, then she played with it, and that's what kind of brought her back into it for a while. She never got into it quite to the level that I did. But yes, and I did have a Stamp-A-Majig. I did have that for a while. My aunt had gifted me for Christmas one year a little like starter card making kit, because she was really into card making at the time, and I was starting to get back into it a little more. And so she gifted me some stuff. She got me a little like starter kit, and I was always a crafty kid. Like even when I took my break from card making and paper crafting, I was doing other crafty art things. And so she gave me a little like starter card making kit, and it had it was right after the clear stamp started becoming a thing, and I hadn't been following closely enough to like know that was happening, but it was really an exciting development compared to like the old acrylic blocks or the wood block and rubber stamps, and I was excited that you could like see through them to like place them and everything. And then I think I bought a Stamp-A-Majig at Joann's at some point. I know I had one before I had my Misty. But they were kind of clumsy though. Misties are much better. I also had, did anybody out there have the foamy one? Do you know what I'm talking about from Fiskars? The like one it had like the orange foam feet on it, and it was like a really big platform, and you like just pushed it down. I had one of those too. Okay, what color card base should we do, guys? What do I have in here? I have so much fresh asparagus card bases in here, but that's not the right move. I do have a dark chocolate card base in here. Will that work? Oh, look at that. Looks lovely. I like that. What do you think? Or do I want, I mean, I don't have, if I had an ivory card base, that'd be great. I don't. Not that I couldn't make one. I would rather have white. Or, I don't have craft either. That wouldn't be awful. Is this awful? I'm just gonna try it. I think I'm gonna go with the dark chocolate one, but I just want to try this one. No, yeah, this one's better. I think. Hold on, let me look again. It does kind of stand out more on the gold, but I think I like the dark chocolate one better. Okay, I will do that. It won't take me that long. Okay. I should have some anyway, and I don't. I should add cutting ivory and craft card bases to my list of things to do. I want it to go this way, so I've been trying to force myself to use the other colors, but oh look, here's the ivory scrap paper I was looking for earlier. It was under the paper cutter. I knew I had some. Okay. Oh, we can use my new scoreboard, guys. I just got the Jamie K design one. Like last week. No, I got it more than last week. I got it a few weeks ago. But I haven't used it yet. I can't see down here. Trying to do that one-handed is not working. I can see well enough. And I don't want, I mean, I could have also put this down to take that out, but I didn't want to do that either. Okay. I don't like the gold, though. The gold is not an option. It's dark chocolate or ivory. See, because there's this other ivory on the bottom, you kind of lose it. Like, you lose the kind of other layer. So I think this is the answer. Or let me just, oh, maybe I can't do that. Hold on. I can, just couldn't see it. Or, I mean, this is an option too. Oh, that might be the winner. Is that the winner? I shouldn't have done that. I should have just left it on the dark chocolate and been done with it. Do the dark chocolate one? Okay. That was the original plan. We'll stick with it. We already went off script on this one once. Just get it on there a little more centered. There we go. That's 2. My goal was to get 3 done today, but we're close enough to an hour and a half that I think I'm going to call it, and I might do a little show and tell. If you guys want. And then the next card's not bad, but I think we'll save that one, and then I'll try to do 4 next time. I will maybe plan a little bit more ahead for next time, and I'll try to do 4, and then we can do this in 3 lives for sure. Do you guys want to see a little show and tell that I have? So you guys know that I have done the Kitten Clouder coloring classes. And since we have like 4 minutes left, so I can run really quick and get this show and tell if you want. I just don't want to start another card for 4 minutes. I finished one of my coloring pieces, and I can show you guys if you want. Okay. I'm gonna go grab that really quick, and then I'll be right back. It's in the other room, so I gotta go get it. I wasn't sure if I'd have time, so I didn't pull it out. But we have just a random enough of time that I can show it off. Okay, here it is, all finished. This one took me forever, but only because I started and stopped a bunch of times. But there's my fun little. You also can't see it because you can actually barely see it in real life too. But I did put Wink of Stella on the wings on the dragon. I almost called it a butterfly. It's not a butterfly. On the dragonfly. But yeah, I finished it, so I wanted to show it off. I was very proud of it. Like I said, this one took me forever because I took a very long break. I took a solid 6-month break from working on this. So it did take me probably about a year to finish, but like I said, only because I didn't work on it for 6 months. So that'll do that. But now I'm excited because I can start another one, but I don't know which one I'm doing next yet. But yeah, so that's my little show and tell, and my little extra bit for hanging out in a little show and tell, just to wrap up the last couple minutes. I also just saw a comment from Shelly that said she wasn't sure about the layout at first, but then when I put it together, I feel that way about these sketches a lot. I'm feeling that way about the next one. So I don't know. We'll see how that one comes out. I have some thoughts though. But I might peek a little bit ahead and do a little bit more getting ready for the next one, just to see if we can speed things up a little bit. But like I said, I got 2 done, which is better than I hoped, and not quite what I was aiming for. I was aiming for 3, but we got 4 done. Let me switch the camera. Hold on. I'm just chatting now. But we got 2 done, and I'm okay with that. I can live with that. And then next time, like I said, we'll try to get 4, and then we'll try to do 3. Because I think that'll get us there. So, thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate it. Surprise live Wednesday. And I appreciate you guys being here and hanging out and having some really fantastic ideas this time. Very helpful. This is what I'm a little nervous about, prepping for next time now, because now I'm like, what if they have a really cool idea? But we can always go off the rails again. It's fine. That was very fun. So, thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you August 10th for a live, and then probably August 12th, right? Yeah, because I said that Wednesday. So I if I said that at the beginning and now I'm supposed to rewind here to remind you guys, I think we're gonna need 3 lives for this, because doing 7 cards in an hour and a half was never gonna happen. So I knew we were gonna need 3 to 5 lives to do this. It is starting to look more like 5, but we'll see what happens for sure. And catch the replay. Oh yeah, my replay people. I always forget to mention my replay people. Thank you. I mean, I usually catch you guys in the comments after, but if you're watching the replay, thanks for being here. As well as everyone who is here live. And I will see you guys August 10th and August 12th. And then from there, we'll make a decision about what happens after, whether we keep this rolling into September, or if I can find time to schedule a few extra lives. I only have one Christmas live in my brain, like a card planned that I want to do live for Christmas. So if we do that one in November and we keep this rolling through October, but I'd really like to finish it in September. So once I get my dance schedule, which should be my final dance schedule, which should be anytime now, I will, like I said, we have ideas. We're just not set in stone for sure. I will figure it out and let you guys know. So like I said, watch my Instagram. You'll see the YouTube videos pop up here. I am awful at using my YouTube community page, but maybe I will try to remember to do that. I've also been better about remembering to post them on my Facebook page as well, on the Sam's Crafty Castle Facebook page. I have been trying to be better about posting things there. So watch out there, watch out Instagram, watch here on YouTube, for when the lives come up. And we might just do a few pop-up lives that I announce like the day before or something. So just watch out for that, because I've been having a lot of fun with these, and it's been a good time. So thank you everyone for being here, and I'm going to do my usual outro here and then let you all go. So thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. I'll see you again soon, and have a crafty day.